Why do we often stumble upon the same mistakes again and again? Is it because we're oblivious, or is it because we're just stubborn? Life, in all its complexity, presents us with a multitude of challenges and pitfalls. But the real challenge lies not in avoiding these pitfalls, but in how we react when we inevitably fall into them. From a Stoic perspective, these are not just mere mistakes, but rather opportunities for growth and self-improvement. The same rock that stumbles us today can be the stepping stone of tomorrow. But to turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones, we must first change our attitude. We must acknowledge our mistakes, understand their root causes, and most importantly, learn from them. The Stoic approach isn't about being emotionless or indifferent, but about developing resilience and wisdom. It's about seeing things as they are, not as we wish them to be. Let's delve into these common life mistakes and see how we can avoid them with a Stoic approach. Firstly, living without a purpose. Isn't it like sailing without a compass? As a ship needs a compass to navigate through the vast and unpredictable seas, we too need a purpose to guide us in our journey through life. Without a purpose, we are but vessels adrift in the sea of existence, subject to the whim of the currents and the winds. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the significance of purpose in living a fulfilling and meaningful life. It encourages us to identify what truly matters to us, to set a clear and worthy goal, and to pursue it with unwavering determination. This purpose serves as our compass, providing us with direction amidst the chaos and uncertainty of life. It's not about achieving grandiose goals or reaching the pinnacle of success, but rather about embracing a purpose that gives our life meaning, direction, and fulfillment. Remember, a ship without a destination is likely to drift aimlessly. Secondly, constantly avoiding discomfort. But isn't growth synonymous with discomfort? Now, there's a thought. It's human nature to seek comfort, to avoid challenges. But in doing so, do we not limit our own potential? The ancient Stoics knew this well. They believed in the power of resilience, of facing adversity head-on. Consider the metaphor of a tree. The strongest and tallest trees are not those that are grown in a protective bubble, but those that have weathered storms, endured the harshest winters, and still stand tall. Just like these trees, we too grow stronger when we face our challenges, embrace discomfort and rise above it. Life isn't a smooth sail, and that's the beauty of it. Every wave, every storm, every gust of wind, they all shape us into who we are. It's our resilience, our ability to face discomfort that truly defines us. Remember, a diamond is just a piece of charcoal that handled stress exceptionally well. Thirdly, ignoring the present, but isn't life happening now? It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of planning for the future or dwelling on the past. However, in the grand theater of existence, the present is the only act that's currently playing. Stoic philosophy, with its wisdom as old as time, teaches us the value of the present moment. Being mindful, being present, is akin to being truly alive. It's about immersing yourself in the now, savoring the sights, smells, and sensations that are with you at this very moment. It's about acknowledging your thoughts and feelings, but not letting them pull you away from the reality of the present. The Stoics believed in the power of now. They understood that this moment, the one you're living right now, is all you truly have. Everything else is either a memory or a projection. Remember, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Scene script. Fourthly, seeking approval. But whose life are we living? Let's delve into this. The yearning for approval is a common pitfall. It's like a moth drawn to a flame, often leading to us getting burned. We find ourselves bending over backwards, striving to meet standards that aren't our own. But let's pause for a moment. Whose life are we living? Stoicism, a philosophy founded on the belief in self-sufficiency, reminds us that we are the masters of our own lives. It teaches us that the desire for external approval is not only futile, but it can also distract us from our own satisfaction. Seeking validation from others is like chasing the wind. It's elusive and often leaves us feeling empty. Instead, we should focus on cultivating inner strength, self-reliance, and personal satisfaction. Our worth is not determined by external voices, but by our own internal dialogue. Remember, the only approval you ever need is your own. Lastly, the fear of change. But isn't change the only constant? Now, this might seem like a paradox, but it's actually a fundamental truth. You see, life, in all its unpredictability, is a ceaseless journey of transformations and transitions. Yet many of us tremble at the thought of change. We cling to familiarity even when it's not serving us. But take a moment and consider this. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were revered for their wisdom, embraced change. They saw it as a necessity, a natural part of life. They understood that adaptability, the ability to adjust and evolve, was the key to resilience. They didn't resist change, they welcomed it. They saw it as an opportunity for growth, for progress, for becoming better versions of themselves. So let's learn from them. Let's be open to change. Let's be adaptable. Remember, the secret to change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. So we've navigated through these common life mistakes, but how do we avoid them? Let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons learned. The first mistake we discussed was living without a purpose. It's like sailing without a compass. We drift aimlessly. Here, the Stoic advice is clear. Define your purpose. What is it that you want to achieve in life? What is your true calling? The Stoics believed that everyone has a role in the grand scheme of things. Find yours. Then we ventured into the second mistake, avoiding discomfort. We often seek comfort, but growth happens outside our comfort zones. The Stoics advise us that discomfort is not our enemy, but rather our teacher. Embrace it, learn from it, and grow stronger. We then discussed the third mistake, ignoring the present. We are often either stuck in the past or anxious about the future, forgetting to appreciate the here and now. The Stoic philosophy reminds us to live in the present, for it is the only moment we truly have. Our fourth journey took us to the mistake of seeking approval. We often let others' opinions dictate our actions and self-worth. The Stoic advice is to seek self-approval. Validate yourself. Your worth is not determined by the opinion of others, but how you perceive yourself. Lastly, we touched on the fear of change. We are creatures of habit, and change can be unsettling. However, the Stoics remind us that change is the only constant in life. Embrace it, adapt to it, and learn to flourish in it. By incorporating Stoicism, we can navigate these common life mistakes more effectively. This ancient philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of the rest. It encourages us to live in accordance with nature, accepting life as it is, not as we wish it to be. But remember, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or being indifferent. It's about understanding our emotions, questioning their validity, and deciding whether they serve us or hinder us. It's about resilience, wisdom, and inner peace. Incorporating Stoicism into our lives does not mean we will never make mistakes. We are humans after all. But it equips us with the tools to learn from our mistakes, to grow, and to lead a more fulfilling life. And so, as we conclude, let's remind ourselves of the Stoic wisdom we've gleaned today. Embrace your challenges, for they are opportunities for growth. Live with purpose, for it gives direction to your life. Value the present, for it is the only moment you truly own. Seek self-approval, for your worth lies within you. And adapt to change, for it is the essence of life. Remember, as the Stoics say, the obstacle is the way. Embrace your challenges, live with purpose, value the present, seek self-approval, and adapt to change. That's the Stoic way to a fulfilling life.